Shalom, shalom, shalom. Hey, real quick, I want to talk about diligence and success today because that's something that's been heavy on my ruach, right? Yahuwah never intended for us to be the underdog. He never intended for us to be under tribute or under tribune, as the script says, right? He never intended for us to be not in a position of authority because he made us in his image and his likeness. He made us as elves, right? So the book of Proverbs in chapter 12, it says, the hand of the diligent shall bear rule, but the slothful will be under tribune, which basically means that the person that applies diligence, and we talked about this before, that's the Hebrew word mawad, right? And it literally means to apply muchness, force, everything, right? The picture is a picture of charred wood, a big old fire. And you know what it takes hebraically to make a fire? It's a lot of work. It's hard work. That's what the word diligence means. It means hard work. So the person that works hard ultimately elevates to a place of authority and rulership. But the slothful, right, or the lazy person ultimately ends up working for somebody else, right? They end up not in a position of authority, not being able to actualize the words that they speak and bring them to pass. And that's not the image that we were created in. We were created in the image of Abba Yahuwah, Elohim Zavo'o. We emerged as elves. Pray somebody catches this. Success is not contingent upon other people. It's contingent upon you, what's within you, and the diligence that you apply in whatever work that you're doing, whatever you're putting your hand to. See, that's why the script says that Yahuwah will bless what you put your hand to. If you're not putting your hand to nothing, how can Yahuwah bless you? And that action of applying your hand to something, it is diligence. Hallelujah. Success is intentional. You're doing intentional things, right? With the desired result, which is, that's faith-based, right? That's based off of your belief system, what you believe, and you actualizing it by actually putting your hand to it with muchness, with diligence, not with slack. See, if you're going to do something, you're going to half do something, you're going to get half results. But if you're going to wholeheartedly do something with all of your heart, you're going to get whole results, right? So I'm saying this to encourage you. Whatever you put in your hand to, you have to start putting your hand to it with muchness, with diligence, with force, right? Not out of ignorance, right? Educating yourself, being aware of what you're doing, but being conscious of the fact that what you're doing is blessed by Yah when you are in alignment with his Ruach. When you know that you were created in his image and his likeness. See, when you have this type of mindset of diligence, right? You're not going to give up so easily. You're not going to throw in the towel and quit after failure. Matter of fact, failure is your biggest lesson. It's going to teach you what you need to apply, what you need to change within to get the desired result that you're looking for. So again, I'm just speaking this word out of obedience and encouragement to whatever you put in your hand to. Get diligence within your Ruach, right? Manifest it by taking your time and aligning yourself with the divine energy of Abba Yahuwah. Not being scared, not being fearful, not embodying negative emotions from failure, right? Because I'm trying to tell you, like, your paradigm shapes your actions. Or I should say this, your paradigm, or the way that you think, the way that you process things, shapes your emotions, and your emotions shape your actions. So if your paradigm is whatever I'm putting my hand to, that's in the will of Abba Yahuwah, he's going to bless it. that automatically is going to produce diligence. But again, this is something every day. You have to shape your mind going into each day through prayer, through meditation, through actualization, right? That's why we've been telling people, put it on your wall, vision board, right? See it, hear it, actualize it every day. Because ultimately what it's going to begin to do is it's going to begin to reshape your belief system, your paradigm. And that's going to change your emotions. And your emotions are going to change your actions. And eventually, you're going to no longer half do what you know Yahuwah is blessing that you put your hand to. You're going to do it all the way. Hallelujah. See, this is why ultimately people that are in the world have certain levels of success, even though it might be wicked to us, because they're constantly applying and putting their hand to it. I'm not saying Yahuwah is blessing it. What I'm saying is their paradigm is this is going to be successful, right? They're applying the same principles. So how much more for you, a son, a daughter, a servant of the Most High, Yahuwah, walking in Ruach and in truth? How much more when you apply that diligence? When you apply that muchness, that force, that abundance of your innermost being that was created to be fruitful and to multiply. That's not just talking about making babies and children, even though that is a big part of it. Hallelujah. We're supposed to be fruitful and multiply with the babies for sure. But he's talking about what you put your hand to as well. That's how you walk in dominion. That's how you subdue the earth. It's diligence, yo. It's diligence. It's success. See, this is ultimately why Yosef, also known as Joseph, was able to succeed and prosper. It wasn't just because he was a dreamer and he was able to interpret dreams. No, it was because of diligence. It was because even when he failed and was in predicaments that were actually based off of the actions of other people, he didn't blame other people. He went right back to Abba Yahuwah Elohim Zevol. He put his hand back to the plow. And eventually he became the second in command of really the whole world at that time period, because Mitzrayim was the world power. So why am I even pulling this out? I'm pulling this out to show you that it doesn't matter what your circumstance or your situation is now. If you change your way of thinking, you change your mindset, you change your paradigm, it'll change your emotions. And when your emotions change about what you're doing, you become happy about what you're doing, it changes your actions. And other people can feel that energy. If you don't even fully believe in what you're doing, why would somebody else believe it? People can feel your energy. They can feel your unbelief in your business. They can feel that vibrate, that low countenance and that low vibration. I'm telling you, sometimes you gotta shake it off. Shake that thing off and pick up where you left off. Put your hand back to the plow and watch Abba Yahuwah bless the work of your hands. But again, it's the diligent one who comes to a place of authority, the diligent one who comes to a place of rulership, the diligent one who comes to a place of elevation and ascent. Success is intentional and it's based on your diligence and your belief. Shalom.